What's going on, guys, and welcome back at last to yet another haul video. I know I haven't done one of these in a while, not since Christmas, I believe, but recently I asked you guys if you would like to see a mid-2022 haul, and most of you said that you would. So today I will be covering everything that I've gotten between the end of 2021 and now. Just to be clear, I'll be going through these in order for the most part, but I will probably cover the visual media, so movies, video games, etc., and then the books or written media. Starting us off here, we have one of the only LEGO products that I have gotten so far this year, and that is because the price hike has been pretty substantial here in Canada. Now, some of you may recognize this as the Tumbler Polybag based off of The Dark Knight Rises. Yes, this set is 10 years old. Now, last year, I asked for the Tumbler for Christmas, the new Tumbler that released last fall. It included the Scarecrow, Batman, and I just thought it was a pretty cool-looking set. Now, I think there was a little bit of a mix-up, because this now 10-year-old Polybag goes for the same price as that new Tumbler set, around $50. So, when ordering Christmas presents last year, my mom accidentally ordered the 2012 Tumbler Polybag rather than the new Tumbler set. You guys may remember that in my Christmas haul, I said there was still a Christmas gift coming in the mail that I may be able to do a build live stream for. I didn't think you guys would be interested in seeing me do a build live stream for this Polybag because it would probably be over in 5 minutes. I haven't actually built it yet because I could probably resell it for $50 to buy the new Tumbler. So if any of you are interested in buying the 10-year-old Tumbler Polybag off of me for $50, let me know in the comments. Moving on, we have what I purchased in late January and early February of this year. Kicking off this section, we have Inside Out, a Pixar film that I've always had kind of a mixed opinion on, but upon rewatching it, I honestly thought it was pretty great, and I've never fully appreciated it before this point in time, so I'm really glad to have finally added it to my collection. Next up, we have two Christopher Nolan films, Memento, one of his earliest films, and Inception, one of his most popular films. I had seen Inception before several years ago, but I didn't remember loving it. And although I didn't love it upon rewatching it, I cannot deny that it is an objectively great film, just not one that speaks to me personally. Memento was equally great. I had not seen it before, so it was really cool to experience it for the first time. I also picked up the Indiana Jones film collection. However, what's kind of strange is that it only consists of Temple of Doom, The Last Crusade, and bonus material, which means I still don't have Raiders of the Lost Ark. I suppose I'll have to pick that up at a later date. I also picked up Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Now, a weird story attached to this is that I've had the VHS tape for this film for years, but I've never actually owned the DVD, so it was about time that I finally bought the DVD for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, which I now have, so that's great. By the way, I found all of these for $1 at a thrift store. That's a pretty great deal. The next section of this haul will consist of what I got within the months of March and April this year. Starting off, we have The Edge of 17, a film starring one of my favorite actors, Haley Steinfeld, that I did watch last Christmas, but I found the DVD for $5 at a local store of mine, and I figured I may as well pick it up. It's a pretty good movie. I also found Donnie Darko and Rocket Man for 50 cents each at my local library. Donnie Darko is considered a bit of a classic within the film community, and I didn't know a lot about it before watching it. Well, I still don't really know what it was about after watching it. I thought it was a pretty cool movie. Rocket Man is also a very good movie. One of my friends recommended this one to me, and it was a pretty fun time. For 50 cents, it wasn't bad at all. I picked up the first two Hunger Games films on Blu-ray as well, for around $2 each. I did get the Hunger Games DVD from my brother a few years back, but I can't seem to find it anymore. And I figured I may as well buy these two, considering that they are, in my opinion, the best in the film series. I'm a pretty big fan of the Hunger Games books and movies. They tell a rather compelling story with excellent political commentary, and I'm glad to have at least the first two films added to my collection. Funnily enough, the final two pieces of visual media that I have to discuss are both Wizarding World related. The first of which is the LEGO Harry Potter collection for the PS4. Now, I have played the LEGO Harry Potter games before, but my friend Ian has not, and I suppose this is a bit of a spoiler, but recently we have been going through all of the old LEGO games that he and I have either not played or don't have a vivid memory of in order to compile a list of the best LEGO video games of all time, and these two games combined are just yet another step in that ongoing journey. I also picked up the Blu-ray for Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore, a film that you guys know I enjoyed quite a bit, but that I was slightly disappointed by when it released back in April. However, upon rewatching it, I liked it even more than I initially did, and I think it's a pretty great movie for what it is. I wanted to buy the Blu-ray in order to experience the deleted scenes, behind the scenes, etc., and I must say, in that regard, it was kind of disappointing. There was one standout deleted scene and some cool behind-the-scenes information, but overall I don't feel like it was worth it for that alone, but I am really glad to own the film, having now rounded out my Wizarding World collection. I also picked up this cool wand. It has a stand that says Harry Potter on it, and, well, Lumos. I mean, try and tell me that isn't awesome. Having finished with the movies and video games, I will be, as promised, moving on to the books. Starting us off, we have the second two books of the Heir to the Empire trilogy, otherwise known as the Legends Thrawn trilogy. I did get Heir to the Empire, the first book in the trilogy, for Christmas last year, so I picked up Dark Force Rising and The Last Command. I am almost done Dark Force Rising as I am recording this video, and am yet to move on to The Last Command. At this point in time, I will say this. It's a really cool story, but not a good Thrawn story. Yes, I will elaborate on that at a later date. I also found The Subtle Knife and The Amber Spyglass, the second two books in the His Dark Materials trilogy, for $1 each at a local thrift store, and that's a pretty great deal. I already own The Golden Compass, the first book in the trilogy, but I did not own the second two, and considering that the final season of His Dark Materials will be releasing presumably at some point during November this year, I wanted to refresh my memory on the events that occur in these books, specifically The Amber Spyglass, because I don't have a very vivid memory of what occurs in that book in particular. Bringing this haul full circle, I will end it the way it began, with a LEGO product. Right here I have two of the LEGO Muppets minifigures from the Muppets Minifigures series that released a few months back. Now, I went to a local toy store and found two random packs, bought them, opened them up, and it turns out I got Fozzie and Kermit, quite possibly the two best minifigures in the entire series. With that being said, that's just about it for my mid-2022 haul. You guys let me know, would you like to see me do this more often? I used to do monthly hauls wherein I would talk about everything I got within a specific month, but sometimes I would only get one product within a particular month and there wouldn't be much to write home about, so I feel like this is a good idea, to gather together everything I've gotten over the course of several months and making one big video on it. Just whatever your thoughts are, please let me know them all in the comments below, and of course, as always, I hope you guys have a great day, take care,